Come back once again. Sh0ck, the FCT minister, have now decided to vent all his anger on the FCT residents and indigenes, especially the landlords and those of them who have properties over there. Now, what is the bull of contention? Sh0ck has now issued a particular order stating that every owner or landlord of any public premises, be it a hall or a stadium that is being used for campaign purposes, should not be issued to any political party that has faction. So many persons saw this particular message as a message that is coming from someone who did not even build any property for them. They had in property. Sh0ck is now telling them what to do with it and all of that. What is actually bringing this particular issued order based on how NDC is waxing strong? And remember, the NDC is actually conducting their primaries and so many things that is actually beneath the political space. A lot of persons have actually called on Sh0ck. I'm going to be showing you all of that, that whatever you are doing in Rivers State with similar Fubara should not have an interference in FCT, because they are going to resist him. I'm going to be showing you what he stated, the order he has issued, and the reactions from a lot of persons. As if that is not enough, similar Fubara recently celebrated his 3 years in office after the 6 months of suspension was deducted and all of that, and he had a clear message to send to residents and indigenes of Rivers State following what is happening. And rumors have it, though not clearly verified, that there is every tendency that they are calling on similar Fubara to actually sponsor some electoral processes and campaign processes of the APC in the coming election. Now, this is a man that withdrew based on the agreement on the interests of the stakeholders. I'm going to be showing you all of that and in details with what is actually happening and the issued order by Sh0ck in FCT. Before I do that, listen attentively to this young man who decided to send a message across to residents, indigenes of Rivers State, not just there, both residents and indigenes of FCT, regarding Sh0ck's plight and all the political space happening in this particular country. Watch, and when we come back, we'll continue.
Okay. Recently, I've read and seen a lot of posts about public outcry on the fact that all the major political parties within River State are fielding candidates from the Ikore extraction. And I've been laughing at people's take and all that. Some persons have said, oh, the Ikore people have colonized us. A time shall come, the Ikore people will suffer, this and that. I have read a lot and I've been laughing. You know why I'm laughing is because we continue to have selective amnesia whenever our political interests seem not to be protected as a people. Now, in this state, sometimes we get to forget, and I get to look at Rivers people and laugh. In this particular state, in 2015, some of us stood vehemently against the candidacy of Sh0ck because we felt at the time and also said we can't have, there's an upland and riverine dichotomy. There are other ethnic nationalities within Rivers State, and we can't have an Ikore governor living and have another Ikore person take over as governor of Rivers State. We made these arguments for one reason or the other, or purposely for the hatred of Amici or whatever it was. The same people who are crying today, the judges especially, came together, gave WIKE support. In short, in Abonima, in Buguma, we saw gunshots. There is nowhere in Rivers that saw the type of gunshot before in 2015 in these cities. People were killed in the Ikore extraction. It was peaceful. It was largely peaceful, basically. We saw the Ikore people came out, voted, and they left and all that. But in the Ijaw nation, Ijaws were shooting themselves, killing themselves for the emergence of Sh0ck. We saw this things happen in our time, in our lifetime. It was not history that was given to us. We saw it happen. And they supported him and gave him power, not considering that there is an upland and riverine dichotomy. The elites, the traditional rulers, name them opinion leaders within this extraction. We also saw Ogoni people also do the same solidarity to Sh0ck. Fast forward, the man has consolidated power, become powerful and strong. Decided to pick up someone from the Ijaw extraction to replace him as governor of the state. And that person replaced him. He was still calling the shots and controlling issues. When he fell out with this same person he brought, what happened? We see some majority of the opinion leaders from both the Ijaw extraction, from other ethnic nationalities within Rivers State, give him support as against the governor. We saw that happen in this state. In this same state, we saw that happen. Why do you think that when you embolden a system that should not be, why do you think that the system will not go rogue? The system has gone rogue right now and has decided to bring whomever he wants, and you're complaining. Is WIKE the problem? WIKE is not the problem. And the Ikore people the problem. The Ikore people are not the problem. The problem is you who has continued to support this system that has gone rogue. Even the bulk of you who are complaining today, trust me, once these your political leaders call you, once they give you small money, all of you will still align because you don't even have a mind of your own. You don't have an opinion of your own. You guys are puppets. You only make noise on social media. After, when you're done making the noise on social media, you still get to align. We saw it in the 2023 election. Most of you came, insulted Tinubu, called Tinubu's name, showed solidarity to Obi. But the moment WIKE aligned with Tinubu, all of you joined? Because you don't have the mind of your own. You don't have a mind of your own. You rely on people to make decisions for you, and you want a better society. You can never get it. You're asking for upland and riverine dichotomy. It cannot happen because you have continued to embolden this system. And if they finish producing the Equator candidates and all that, and we have Equator persons continue, they can still decide to bring an Equator person. Nothing will happen in this state. Nothing will happen. Because you have continued to embolden the system. The system has gone rogue. As I speak right now, the system has gone rogue. You can't control it right now. You can't control it. It has gone rogue. It has gone out of your hands. You had all the powers to nip all these things in the bud. But some of you, because of the interest you tend to support, because of what the small things you tend to benefit. Okay, after benefiting for the period you did benefit, how far today? How far today? You're back to the street with us. You're back to the street with us. You know, these are the issues we have. I have said this. No ethnic nationality in Rivers State has the monopoly of good leaders. No. Has the monopoly of good leaders. That this thing should be rotated. I'm a big fan of zoning. I'm a very big fan of zoning. Because I believe one ethnic group does not have powers or have all the best heads, we can actually get good leaders from across the state, from across the country. It doesn't change anything. But you see, when you embolden a system, because of my own messages, when you embolden a system, there's a high likelihood that the system will go rogue. And when that system go rogue, you can't control it. The system people were emboldened in 2015 has gone rogue. Right now, you're crying. You continue to cry. You see this? You will continue to cry. The only solution is the unity against the system. But you don't have the mind of your own to unite. You don't even have the mind of your own to unite because you still rely on this system to survive. You still rely on this system to make progress. Your elites, your traditional elites are already aligning. So what am I even talking about? Please, when you are serious, you stop making the noise of meeting on Facebook and deal with issues. Thank you.
Welcome back once again. I believe you've listened attentively to what this young man stated. As if that is not enough, as you could see on your screen, WIKE threatens to revoke FCT event centers used by unrecognized political groups. Now, the question is, whom are Sh0ck actually targeting? According to Vanguard, WIKE bars unrecognized party factions from Abuja event centers, hotels. Now, remember, before we go into full details of this particular communique, these event centers are built personally. It is not Sh0ck's property, neither is it the government's property. Coming to tell the residents and indigenes of FCT what to do with their premises is uncalled for. So many persons have decided that if anything comes to us, they can challenge it in court. As if that is not enough, Sh0ck's party, being the PDP, have their own faction where they have brought out, the faction of Sh0ck have brought out their presidential candidate, and the faction of Makinde, the Oyo State governor, have also brought out their own candidate. Now, so many persons are asking that this particular unrecognized parties, is he actually his faction or the faction of other political parties like the ADC and co? In full details, the Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) has directed owners of event centers and hotels in Abuja to refuse access to any political party faction not recognized by the Independent National Electoral Commission, warning that title documents of non-compliant properties will be revoked. So many persons are actually questioning this fact, that why would they do or take this particular direction. Directive issued Friday by Lere Olerinka, Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and Social Media to FCT Minister Sh0ck, comes amid intensifying factional disputes within major political parties ahead of 2027 general election. Owners of event centers and hotels in particular must ensure that they only deal with Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) recognized leadership of political parties in respect of the use of their facilities, and proper records of the transaction must be kept. The instruction effectively empowers venue owners and by extension the FCTA to determine which political tendencies may lawfully assemble in the nation's capital, a power that critics are likely to read as an attempt to title the playing field against factions contesting for control of parties currently locked in leadership dispute. WIKE's administration described the move broadly as a security measures, saying facilities would be monitored to prevent gatherings capable of disrupting the peace of the nation's capital. Now, this is the move and the reason why they are taking this particular route. On the other hand, so many persons are stating that Sh0ck, the way you have captured Rivers State and had made similar Fubara to withdraw from the race according to your agreement, is not what is obtainable in FCT. In the other hand, Similar Fubara has affirmed commitment to Rivers First Matra on as administration marks 3rd year anniversary. Governor Similar Fubara has affirmed his commitment to the Rivers First Matra, saying it is philosophy that has guided the policies and programs of his administration in the last 3 years. In a goodwill message to mark the 3rd year anniversary of his administration, Governor Fubara said that putting the interests of people above every other consideration and ensuring their well-being at all times have been his focus in the past 36 months. Governor Similai Fubara said that the massive investments his administration has made in road infrastructure was meant to connect the rural communities with urban centers and open economic opportunities for the people. According to him, the vision of transforming Rivers State into an investment hub informed the execution of signature projects such as the Port Harcourt Ring Road, Trans-Calabari Highway, Eleme, and other projects stated here. He also disclosed that during the period under review, his administration worked hard to strengthen the education and healthcare system just as it prioritized peace, security across the state. Governor Fubara expressed profound gratitude to people of the state for entrusting him with the responsibility of leading the state, declaring that he would never take their trust for granted but ensure that public funds work for the public good people. He attributed the successes recorded in the last 3 years to the cooperation, resilience, resourcefulness, and spirit of enterprise of the people. What we have achieved in 3 years, according to him, is proof that when government and citizens pull in the same direction, progress is possible. As we mark this anniversary, I renew my commitment to you to lead with transparency, listen more than I speak, and ensure that every project, every policy, and every naira spent reflects your interests, according to him. Fubara acknowledged that there is still a lot of work to be done and charged the people of the state, indigenous and residents, including the elders, youths, women, traders, teachers, farmers, artisans, and professionals to play their part in building the state. The governor also seized the opportunity to congratulate the people of Rivers State and other Nigerians as the nation marks 27 years of unbroken democratic governance, the longest stretch of civil rule since independence. He noted that 27 years of unbroken democracy is proof that the various ethnic nationalities that make up Nigeria can stay together, disagree, and still agree to move forward together. Chief Press Secretary of the Governor, May 29, 2026. This is exactly the message he has actually sent. Now, so many persons saw it, stating that in as much as they are working hand in glove with the governor to make sure things work out well, they are not also happy that he withdrew from the race. And on the other hand, the rumors of him sponsoring the electoral process and all of that is dead on arrival because he has affirmed that he's with the people. Write on the comment section if this is your first time meeting the channel. Do it of turning the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and click on the like button so let's get informations promptly when we drop them here. Express your view in the comment section regarding the sanction Sh0ck has issued in FCT. Thanks for watching.